Ah, craft beer. It can turn the world on with a smile and take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. We're here in the Twin Cities, which I think the way math works is it's twice as much fun as the Quad Cities, maybe half. I don't understand how that works. But we are here in Minneapolis and St. Paul, where they're making incredible craft beer. And we're gonna learn how they make it after all. Guys, I can't move. Help me get my hat. We are in Minneapolis, and more to the point, we are in the brew house, one of two production facilities that you guys have. This is the taproom facility, right?
Correct.
We're at Fair State in Minneapolis. You have a production facility. So the Fair State beer that we're drinking in the Quad Cities was not made here. It was made in the production facility, and my understanding is that's in St. Paul.
Yep, St. Paul Midway. So about 7 miles that way.
This is Nico and Matt. They are 2/3 of the triumvirate that kind of founded this place a couple of years ago. We have never been, of all the breweries we've been to, this is actually a Fair State brewing co-op. You are a cooperative.
Yep.
Yes.
Which is different from other places that we've been. Can you kind of walk us through what's going on here?
Sure. So we are a consumer cooperative, which means that we are owned by our members. Similar to REI or a grocery cooperative, people who come and buy stuff here, some of them have chosen to become member owners for a one-time investment. They are lifetime owners. And they elect our board of directors, who kind of determines the overall strategic priorities of our brewery, as well as they get a lot of kind of benefits just because they are member owners when they come to the tap room. Eventually, when the board deems that we are profitable enough to return profits to investors, they will see profits returned to them based on patronage of the tap room. Basically, the more you drink at the tap room, the more your profit returns will be.
So these members who own a piece of the place, they come in and they get access to things earlier than other people. There are all kinds of exclusive events, and the more they come and patronize the place, the more of a return they could potentially see.
Correct. We have not done a dividend yet. Our board has seen fit to keep putting any profits into growth.
My suspicion is the people that are supporting you aren't doing this as a get-rich-quick scheme.
I hope not.
Because
we're not either.
My guess is that the people who are on the wall and the people that are owning, like it's got to be very cool to say, like, I own a little piece of like one of the best breweries in Minneapolis, right?
Sure.
Like, that alone is worth, I think, $200. You'll probably get that out of me before I leave, based on the couple of beers I've had so far here. But when you own a piece of it, you have that pride of ownership.
Sure.
But then you also have all of these perks.
Yeah, and like frankly, so the vast majority of our member ownership actually lives in the neighborhood.
Right.
And so the taproom really does function as we wanted it to, like a neighborhood bar. So members who come in off the street and are drinking beers like Pills, for example, you're gonna get a discount on that all the time. So you can drink your $200 back pretty quickly in straight up discounts on beer poured over the bar, like pretty quickly.
So when you're visiting the Twin Cities, though, you don't have to be a member to be here.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, so it's not like an exclusive club.
No,
Not at all.
No.
When I first saw your cans on the shelves at my local store, I didn't know very much about the brewery, but I thought, well, that's new, that's exciting, and I always, it's like going to a record store, right? You flip through, you go, I like the way this looks, I'll take this home. The beer was excellent, but I think I mistakenly introduced it when I shared it with friends at a backyard party. I said, oh, this is from Minnesota, it's a State Fair beer.
Yeah.
Now it's Fair State, and I'm getting now from kind of looking around here and the vibe that the word fair has a couple of different meanings, obviously. And I suspect that you guys put the word fair in front because of what you're doing in terms of how you work together and how you kind of take care of the people that work here and make beer. Am I way off?
No, you're right on it.
That's correct. I mean, I think it was...
I mean, the packaging says, like, proudly made, union made. What is it? Like, the packaging out there is...
Yeah, yep. So it's union made, cooperatively owned.
Right, that's it.
So yeah, so our staff unionized last year. And so we were one of the first cooperatively owned breweries. And the first technically under 15,000 barrel a year unionized brewery in the country too.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was a
And that was
year-long
something
negotiation process.
You guys are like running the place. Like you were excited that the unionization took place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're absolutely not going to stand in the way of our employees advocating for themselves. It helps us as a structure, I think, stay accountable to what we wanted to do when we started. So now we have this codified, formalized structure that says you can do this and you can't do this and you should do this and you shouldn't do that, which really, I think, from our perspective, helps us live up to the goals that we wanted to live up to at the beginning. I think that's the truth.
We've talked a lot about the origin of Fair State. We've talked a lot about your values. I can sense, dear viewer, you're screaming at the TV saying, why don't you talk about the beer? And that's really why we're here. Talk to me about the beer and what you're going for. So far I've had the Vienna Lager, which was excellent. This Pilsner is next level good. I think you guys know that because we all order the Pilsner independent of each other?
Well, we're kind of homers, so.
Okay,
yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
What are you going for? Like this Pilsner's outstanding. When you're making beer, what are when you're describing your beer to somebody who's never had it, what do you tell them?
Yeah, I think the sort of core philosophy is that beer should be an approachable beverage that you should be able to have more than one of. And so I think no matter what we're doing, that's kind of at the core of every beer that we make. So the sort of two kind of pillars of beer that we make right now are hoppy beers and lagers. We also historically have made a lot of sour beer. It's less of an important part of what we do now, but it's still kind of at the core of who we are. So yeah, we make Pils and Crank and Foamers, 2 year-round lagers. We almost always have another limited time lager going on. And then we have a West Coast IPA and 2 hazy IPAs. And then at any given time here in the tap room, we have 18 to 20 beers on tap. And the vast majority of them are going to fall into those kind of 2 buckets.
Well, it's available. Fair State is available in cans on the Iowa side. Eventually, I'm certain it'll be on the Illinois side. But right now, you can get it in your grocery section. You ask for it by name, Fair State, or make the trip up here because this tap room, the beer garden, it's exceptional. You guys are doing really good work, and I appreciate the time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.